Hey guys, what's up? Tyler here with T Game and Tech, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the camera I usually use to do my videos. What I'm recording with now is actually my iPhone, what I used to do when I started the channel. But the camera that I use now is the Toshiba Camileo x100. So I just want to do a pretty in-depth review on this, talk about the things I like, some of the things I don't like, and just give you an overall look at what the camera actually looks like and how it performs. So we're just going to first start with the outside of the camera, and we'll just start with these labels here, and it just tells us all kinds of wonderful information. We shoot in HD up to 60 frames per second. We have 10 times optical zoom, 4 gigabytes of on-storage memory. That's not with SD cards, that's on storage. You have a touch screen. You have 10 megapixel recording and taking pictures. You have an SD-HC compatible slot, and you have a YouTube ready function, which I don't really use. I'll talk about that later. So we have this nice little Camileo thing right here. It's just a nice little red thing. Doesn't really do anything. It's nice. On the bottom we have a holder for mounting your tripod, which I usually have on there, but I took it off for the video. This is it right here. It actually came with a tripod and a case and an SD card. So if that package is still on Walmart, I'll link it in the description below. And if it's not, well, sorry. But I got this at a pretty good deal. So if it's there, I highly suggest you pick it up if you're looking for a decent camera. So let's just go continue on the bottom. This is kind of just like unlocked here. This is like the battery compartment. I can't really open it up. It's kind of a pain, but kind of locks it in. I'm not going to try to get it open because I'll probably sit here for 10 minutes trying to do it. On the other side, we have a little flap that comes up. This is connected to TV. You can connect with regular composite cables or with an HDMI. And you have a micro or mini USB port right here on the side that connects your computer to transfer your on storage video footage or to charge it, and your wall charger actually plugs into this also. So that's all there is there. On the front, you have the lens, the flash, little lens cap that comes with it, and there's some information about your lenses right down here. Who cares about that? On the top, you have your speaker grill for all your volume comes out of when you play back your footage. It's just a little holding grip right here, and this is actually your zoom in and your zoom out. Also on the side here, I will mention that this is your microphone right here. It's kind of in two spots. I don't like this at all. This is one of the things I do not like about this camera. Whenever you shoot footage, you're usually like this, and your voice comes from this way, and it's kind of bouncing off the screen here. But what you really need it to be is like either up here or somewhere not on the exact opposite side of your screen, because you can't record with it shut because you can't see what you're recording, and it turns off when you shut it. And that's also a way to turn it off. Turn it on, you open it up, turn it off to shut off. But that's just one of the things I do not like, that the microphones are on this side of the camera. But other than that, you can still hear my voice. It kind of sounds like I'm boxy if I'm really far away behind it, but I try to get up close behind it. That way, it sounds like I'm pretty close to the microphone. Another thing I don't like hardware-wise is that there is no manual zoom. That comes to be a problem whenever I'm recording my iPad or my iPhone. It gets blurry in the icons. I can't really center it in like I want to. It's either, try to get it right when you're zooming in and out. There's no manual focus, and it's all autofocus. So that's just basically the outside of the camera. Nothing more to it. It's just your basic functions, except for the back. The back is your button right here is to play your media that you have on board, your onboard storage. This is to switch between camera and video camera mode. Right here is like a little spinning knob rocker thing with your video or your record button in the middle. This is your flash options. This is your information button, and this is your trash can button. So we're just going to turn it on, and you do that by opening it up. And you can actually turn it on and off by the volume or the power button right here, but you really only need to turn it on after it goes off when it's for 2 minutes. If you don't use it for 2 minutes, it goes to sleep mode, you turn it back on. If you want to turn it off, you just shut it. Easy as that. That's one thing I really do like. You don't have to hold in buttons, you just open it or close it. Over here is your YouTube ready button. I don't use this. I always edit my videos before I upload them to YouTube. And right here is your SD card slot. So as you can see on here, we actually have a couple things on the screen. You have how much time's left on the SD card, and you can show that I'm recording an SD card because it says SD at the bottom. Over here is your battery, how much battery you have left. It's about going to die here soon. I should probably charge it. Right here is also another button that switches between camera and video, and if you press that, it switches between camera. Your camera light turned on over here. It does the same thing. Also, you have your media button, just the same thing right there. Press it, you go to your media. And you can play your media. So this is all touchscreen. Your normal media controls right here, trash. This is an upcoming video, so I'm not going to play it, no spoilers, and I'm not going to throw it away because I need it. So you can go back and go back again. So that's the only thing I have on the camera right now. So you can also go to your settings, and you can also control the settings with this spinning wheel, kind of like the iPod wheel, spin around through there, but not really. But it does the same function, and to select something, just hit the record button. You can move up and down in the selections by pressing up and down. But I just use the touchscreen. It kind of reminds me of like a gimmick just to sell it, but I think it works. It's not like an iPhone or iPad or a fancy, expensive phone touchscreen. It's a cheap touchscreen, but it works. So we're just going to go through some of the settings. This is your resolution. You have Full HD, 1080i, 60 frames per second. There's no 1080p. Actually, there is 1080p, but not with 60 frames per second. There's 1080p with 30 frames per second, 720p with 60 frames per second, and what I use is the 720p with 30 frames per second. That gives me a lot of time to record on my camera. The other ones, you only get like 15 minutes record time since it's such a high quality of recording. And then you have your VGA 4:3 ratio. Next you have your settings. These are just settings you can edit whenever you play it back, your time settings. These are different effects you can use whenever you're recording: stabilization, motion detect, slow motion, time lapse. I haven't gotten into all these, but there's just a lot of effects you can use. That's the wrong way. And these are different scenes. Auto, that's what I always use. Skin, I'm not shooting too much skin. I don't know. We're just going to skip that. The night, backlight, black and white, Italiano, and negative. I haven't shot negative, but it's pretty cool. Maybe I'll make a video in all negative sometime. Probably not. But I just use auto. I went the wrong way again. Then you have your white balance. Just normal white balance stuff. And then you're back at the resolution. So that's really all there are in settings with the video camera. There are some settings in the camera, but I don't use the camera that much. The pictures are actually kind of grainy, and I really don't like that part of it. But I got this to record video, not to take pictures. So that's basically all there is to this camera. It's very simple to operate. I did have some trouble editing it in some programs. I have to convert to a WMV file because it records and it wraps in an AVI file. So I had some trouble editing it in Sony Vegas, so I had to actually convert it in Windows Media Live Recording and then to an WMV file, Windows Media file. One thing I do want to mention before I go any further is that this camera does come with a remote, which helps out a lot. It has a lot of the same functions that the actual camera has: play, zoom in, zoom out, record, go back. So you can basically control the camera, everything from this remote. And I think it's awesome that it comes with a remote, and I use it every time I record. So I just think it's awesome that it came with one, and I use it a lot. So like I said before, this is just it's a good overall camera. The two things I don't like, there's no manual focus. It's only autofocus. The microphone position is in a bad spot. I don't know why they didn't stick it somewhere else, but I guess they have to stick it somewhere, and they stuck it there. But I think it's just a great camera for either starting YouTubers or even YouTubers who have been doing this for a while and just want a decent HD camera. This isn't a high-end HD camera. If you want that, you're going to have to spend a pretty penny. But this is a good camera. It's solid. I hadn't had any problems yet besides the whole file type, but that was easily remedied by transferring the file in Windows Live Media Video Editor, whatever it's called. But I didn't seem to lose any quality, and it seemed to work just fine. But I would highly recommend this camera if somebody just wants a camera to record family memories or just like a first video camera. I use this in all my classes for my video classes out of school. So yeah, I would highly suggest it, and I think it's a good camera. So if you guys have any questions about this camera, video camera, comment below, ask away. I'd be happy to answer them. If you like this video, or if you plan to buy this camera, comment below, let me know that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. So just plan to look to be using this camera more to record more videos. So once again, thank you guys for watching this video, and stay tuned for next time.